think we're live, so I might need to press the button. Hello everybody, it's Wayne here from E-Stim Systems, and we have a special guest.
Hi.
And Caz is here as well.
Yeah, I'm here.
Another guest.
I'm here.
So the question now is, firstly, can you hear us? If you can't hear us, then please wave, because we won't see that. The bad news is, literally 30 seconds ago, the question system has gone up the duff. So I can see the questions, but you won't see the questions on screen.
That's because you pressed the
So
button.
we can see Dave Roberts. Hi, Dave. Oh, I get to press that.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Very loud, so I'm going to turn that down a bit.
But this means you can then say it's dead, Dave.
Sound is great.
I'm all dead, Dave.
It's dead, Dave.
You want to
They're
say
all
it's
dead,
dead,
Dave.
So, do you want to introduce yourself?
Is there anybody left that doesn't know who I am by now?
Probably. Yeah, all okay here. Hello, Joanne. Hello, Rachel. Toothless Eastham Node. Hello, Dave. Oh, we've got to do it again.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
I'm quite a fan of that bit, Dave. Anyway, Liz, come on, tell people who you are, assuming they haven't seen them. Oh, Roy, you've just spoilt it. Spikes. Come on.
No,
Let's
not
not have
spikes.
spikes yet.
Spiky, spiky.
Zappy, zappy.
Zappy,
Oh,
zappy,
no,
spiky,
right.
spiky. And there it goes. We're gone.
That's it, we're gone.
That's it. I'm just going to sit here and listen to them talking about spiky
He was
spikies.
Well, you're trapped. You can't go anywhere now. You're in the corner.
I'm in the corner, but I do have magic buttons.
Yeah, but he wouldn't let us have a magic button.
Oh, I've
No,
got
we're
this
most
one.
upset about that.
Definitely.
What, the fact you haven't got magic buttons?
Yeah.
No, we wanted
want
the
the fire-
magic. We wanted the zappy, zappy button.
They wanted to stick me on the remote,
Yeah.
which I think is cruel and unusual punishment.
Papers,
Scissors, fire.
scissors.
Afternoon, Roy. Yes, spikes. I'm going to just press a few buttons here. So yes, unfortunately, the chat system will not appear on the bottom of the screen. We can see them, so
Hair button ready.
swear button ready.
See? I got a reputation.
Yeah. Oh, I've got this. Ready? Hopefully that works. Because we don't actually have any audio this end. Cruel but entertaining. Oh, dear.
Exactly.
Anyway, Liz,
See,
you
somebody
were
gets
going to
us.
introduce yourself.
I was. So, yeah. My name is Liz. I have done... These crazy people have had me back for 2 interviews now and said, hey, do you want to come do a live stream? Yeah. So here I am.
Was that a good idea or not?
Answer that in an hour.
Ask me in an hour.
Definitely a good idea.
And of course, everyone knows Caz.
Yes, the button works.
This is the button. Yes, the button works. The other problem with doing live streams is there's a little bit of delay between what goes on, what we see, what you hear. So if I press a button, it's about 15 seconds before anything actually happens. So we're always working on that little delay. So
Hello, Dave.
hello, Dave. Are you
Let her
with us
use my
again?
name. I can say hello. So,
Hello again, Liz.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that. I'm sorry,
So I pressed it
Dave.
twice.
I'm afraid I can't do
it's a
that.
Dave interlude.
I'm getting
It's a
button
Dave.
envy now. Oh, my
You're
zappy
getting
button.
button envy. Okay, for the next live stream, Caz will have some buttons.
Can I have a zappy button?
No, you can't have a zappy button.
Oh, why not?
That could be interesting.
It'd be
Anyway,
fun.
so what have you two got up to since the last live stream?
Oh, what have we been doing?
What have we got up to?
Ooh,
Well,
would you like to know?
I have to explain here. These two spent all day chatting on WhatsApp to each other. I mean, it's just constant, and they always hatch something. It's worrying.
I think he's worried.
I think he is.
Yeah.
I think we should keep it that way.
I think we should as well.
That's
What he
probably
doesn't
why
know, it doesn't hurt him.
Oh,
Oh, it
Well,
does
she
hurt.
does hurt him. He just doesn't know about it yet. Yeah,
There
that's
is
more
that,
like it.
Michael, zappy zap. No zappy zap.
Yes, zappy zap.
Luckily,
Good boy.
I hid the remote.
Good boy. Zappy zap.
Anyway, so
If we get enough zappy zappy comments, next month will be zappy zappy.
this
It's
wasn't
my
supposed
birthday
to be-
next month. Can
I
I
know.
come back and help?
Oh yeah, can
we do that?
We
Yeah.
do birthday zap.
Can we combine our ages and do that many zaps?
Oh yeah.
You might die.
I didn't think it went up that high.
Oh, decimator it is then.
Excuse me, I need to.
Did warn him.
But I have not cussed.
No,
It's gone rapidly downhill, but I have not cussed, and that was your biggest worry.
Well, no, it was just the fact that YouTube have this habit of listening to the first 15, 20 seconds of any live stream, and if you cuss in that point, it suddenly goes, oh, we've just lost the live stream. So we're still here. And we seem to have lots of people talking about Zappy. Will you stop talking about Zappy Zaps?
Bring on the Zappy button, see?
Kaz definitely needs a Zappy button for the next live stream.
Yep, for Wayne.
Toothless E-Stim there, bring on the Zappy button.
Definitely.
Anyway. Liz, when you left us last, you left with some toys.
You gave me a whisk after the last one.
What's a whisker? Do we have any whiskers?
We have the whisker. Whiskey.
Not cussed yet. Absolutely.
Mr. Whiskey.
Absolutely.
I have the magic button just in case.
This thing. Oh,
Do we have an overhead?
Oh, excuse me. There we go. Let me move my drink. This beautiful thing just here is, it looks like something they'd use in Starbucks to froth your coffee with, but oh my lord.
Or other coffee shops.
Other coffee shops are available.
Other equally acceptable coffee establishments, excuse me. But oh my god. Yeah, this I'm now in like a very committed 3-way relationship with this and this.
Decent.
I'm very attached to this, and I cannot get over. So we were kind of mean with the last video, and I got a demonstration on this off camera. And before anybody says anything, no, we did not take any clothes off. It was literally just my arm. But even that about had me in a puddle on the floor. I could
It was
not.
entertaining.
I couldn't string a sentence together for time. So this is not the best well-worded review here. However, maybe it is at this point. But
It is review.
Well, it is. It's honest, if nothing else. Yeah. But literally, this just with, I guess, the... Well, that was Zen.
Thinking about the whisker, that's what it is.
Obviously, with the pressure points and the nerve endings and so on, and we all know the biology of following currents around your body and so on, but literally just from my wrist and in my elbow, words were not really there. Get the floor mop ready.
We have carpet in here, Dave. But it is wiped clean.
Watching you.
You're in trouble, Dave.
There may be trouble.
But genuinely, I was still out of sorts like an hour later. Like I had like adulting to do, and I didn't want to do adulting. I wanted to do adult activities. So that's my very honest, happy review for this thing. I love this, and I've done lots of other things with it since. But that was yeah.
Other things?
Yeah.
Do tell. We can do that. We can just convert this into an extended review of the whisker.
We do show and tell on here.
Yes.
Might need bleep button connected to the Zappy button for the next live. Oh, I like that.
Yes, I think we'll have to arrange that. We actually use these little devices here. This is a Stream Deck, which is... yes, it's got a big sign on the top that says, did you press record? Because I have this habit of forgetting to press record. And yes, look, 2 red lights, so we're definitely recording. Hopefully this time also the hard disk doesn't cook itself, because it did last time, which is why we didn't have as much material afterwards that we normally do. But so I take it you quite like the Electro Whisker. Link in the description below for later.
I do, and so between obviously this and then, because we have the single connection, so we needed the sticky pad as well. So sticking the sticky pad in different, far more intimate places, and everything from dragging this places to smacking it places. I had a very, very good time.
Good. It is good for the interest.
Lenny says, "Oh, there are three of you. I forgot my lines." I'm confused.
Okay.
Okay, Lenny. Lenny.
Lenny, you might need to elaborate on that one, dude.
Yes, you need to tell us more about that one.
Maybe Lenny wants a button.
No, Lenny wants a line.
Okay.
Well, we could set up eStim Connect, but eStim Connect only allows one-to-one at the moment.
Boring.
So it's whether do we do a public eStim Connect? If you visit this website and press this button, then Wayne gets zapped.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ultimate zappy.
charity fundraiser.
I don't do charity like that.
Oh, charity fundraiser. Donate and you can push the button. We'd make loads.
Subscribe now, Zap.
We'd make loads.
Yeah.
Stop
Donate
giving
now,
them
Zap.
ideas. Michael says, pleasant surprise, the whisk. Yes,
Yes,
it's actually
yes, it
one of
was.
those things that can be used very centrally, but also quite nastily because it's got spiky bits at the end.
Oh yeah, this is on very very delicate skin is very nice too.
Well, yeah.
'Cause it's
Just don't forget the
quite
the
stabby.
lube, just to moisten things up.
Oh yeah, no, you need to drown yourself in that stuff when you're playing with this one.
And then we come to the wand. Do we need to actually say anything about the wand?
I'm not sure we do. I think I've waxed lyrical about that plenty.
Right, okay. So we survived the wand.
I'm
So
very fond of the wand.
box-wise,
The
you
wand
have-
is nice.
I've just knocked the microphone. We don't normally have
Steady.
three people here, which is why I've got this extra microphone, so I'm going to move it out a little bit.
It's your
Hopefully-
DJ mic.
It's mine. DJ mic. I can also do something else. Actually, I need to kill their mics just to make this work, I think. I wish to complain. Problem is, I don't actually have any headset at the moment to hear that, so it might not have worked, but you never know. That might feature in a future episode. So anyway,
You wish to complain because we said the word moist.
I like the word moist.
But you have to say it because
Like
it always
soggy
says
bottom.
somebody, doesn't it? Just the word
Moist and soggy bottoms.
Mary Berry.
And then we're into Mary Berry. If anyone is watching from overseas, Mary Berry.
Oh no, they get the British Bake Off over there. They show that.
Okay. Evidently, they use show British Bake Off. So you know who Mary Berry is, the soggy bottoms. Anyway,
There's a BBC America channel. And they say all sorts of things on there.
so do they just do BBC things but put an American accent onto it?
No, they just show some
EastEnders in America.
No, but sometimes they do, but it's like from like 10, 15 years ago or something. You watch it and it's like, oh, Ian's still married to Kathy. What?
Okay.
That's something.
Still no. The voice is still.
Voice is still on.
It's the Smurf one. Okay.
All right. Smurfette.
Very helium. Oh, this is the problem when you press buttons at random on Studio Kit.
And you're supposed to be the adult for this.
Yep.
I think next time I do one of these, I'll just hide over there in my little
You wanted to be over here. You
think
wanted to join in.
I want to
You were
join
like,
in.
I'm gonna let the girls do it, but no, you wanted to join in.
I think next time you're going to tie your hands together so you can't press any buttons.
Very entertaining.
I'm sure if
Anyway,
you move, you get that.
moving on. This is just very
Thanks,
helium.
thanks so much, Joanne.
Thanks, Crane, yes. Don't try this at home, everyone. Remember, these are highly trained professionals. Yes.
Apparently.
Only on Monday to Friday. When it comes to the weekend, it's complete and utter
Whatever.
chaos. Anyway, box-wise, you had a remote, didn't you?
I did.
What's your thoughts on the remote? She just walks away.
Die off screen.
Sorry.
Apologies why my wife dies.
Apologies, I am getting over a cold.
In fact, we all are. Anyway, so the remote.
Yeah, what do I think about the remote? I genuinely have not had as much of an opportunity to play with it as I would like. There are some, how do I put this? Out and about opportunities I would like to use it for that I have not had the time to yet.
Okay.
I learnt not to run off with
Care
the
to
shopping trolley
elaborate?
in Tesco's.
Yes, you did. I don't want to go. No, I don't want to go to the grocery. Another, if it's the acceptable grocery.
Yeah,
stores. I don't want to go to the grocery store with it, but I've got a few out and about ideas. in my brain. And so is she looking on the shelf to see if there's what I'm looking for?
Do tell, and then we can probably find it.
It's here.
Every time Liz comes here, she looks at it and goes, "Ooh, goodies."
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. This thing still absolutely terrifies me.
Oh, the decimator.
Yeah, that does terrify me.
The terrifying thing is, we sold a number of these over the Christmas sale, and they haven't come back yet.
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 No, because I broke the last one you handed me. That's what I was looking for.
Anyway,
Yeah, no, I was looking for an egg. That's what I was looking for.
Oh, you want an egg?
That's why I couldn't see it. My boobs were in the way.
There you go. There's a little eggy.
the egg.
The egg. What came
Les
first, the
œufs.
chicken or the egg?
Oh, do I get to press?
The
You stick
Liz.
it there. I get to press over. I missed that one.
What came first, the chicken or the egg?
The egg did.
No,
No.
the Liz.
The If there's any children out there watching, please block your ears because the jokes are now turning into being complete and utter chaos. Anyway, about the egg.
So the this plus the remote plus just doing the laundry, putting the laundry away, walking around the house.
Okay. Out of interest, did it speed things up or did it slow things down a little bit?
It made things more entertaining.
It's good for the pelvic floor muscles.
I'm not saying a word.
I'm not saying any word because I don't have any pelvic floor muscles.
Nope.
Oh, the questions, the personal questions coming in. You don't have to answer that question.
What's the question?
What is Wayne? Yeah.
Are you over 50? Yes, I am over 50. I'll let these two answer that, but I'll probably
Well,
get
it didn't say who he was talking to, so
I'm
No.
21 plus VAT. Got a bit of package.
21 and VAT.
Yeah.
And no, we haven't had any alcohol yet.
yet.
Just a drinky
Yeah.
poo-poos.
Just a little drinky poo-poos. So, so you had the right. You also had initially when we first met, you had a Pebble, didn't you? And the question is, she actually came in and went, "I've changed the battery on the Pebble," which was an interesting one.
Yes,
'cause
well, 'cause-
sometimes people complain about changing the battery on the Pebble, and I said, "Did you have any problems changing the battery on the Pebble?" She's like, "No, I changed it because it went flat." And it was like, "Oh, okay."
Needs must, and I managed it with my claws, so
Yet.
Yet.
Anyway, so yes,
So yeah, I managed it with my claws, no problem.
good. And they are some serious claws.
They're so pretty.
Hold on, we'll go for the overhead cam. So yes, if anyone's into claws,
They're so pretty.
they're sort of close to
And look,
spiky
Roy,
things.
spikes.
Spiky, but no zappy.
Spiky, no zappy. That's no spiky. If you want spiky, zappy thing, then you need to go and talk to Joanne and her crew because that's all they seem to come up with. They're fantastic 3D print designs, which are all spiky, zappy. Apart from the single pinwheel. You've got a double round somewhere.
It's around somewhere.
Yes, the pinwheel. Yes.
It's around somewhere.
And we have a
I
double
have one
pinwheel.
and you have two. Lots of spikes.
More spiky, zappy things. Oh.
I like a good spiky, zappy. I'm going
Have
to
you tried
trademark that phrase.
Oh, it's spiky, zappy.
Yeah. I got one of these.
And you like?
I like this. Yes. I've used that on a few other people too.
Whoop. Sorry, Rachel, she doesn't have the button for the whoop yet.
He won't let me have a button.
She can't be trusted. She'd be pressing it all the time. And I'd be all the time.
I got a button.
Ow. That's when I fall off my chair and tear everything out. And so
Careful, I want him in
if the
one
live
piece, innit?
stream cuts out, it's because I've just pulled everything
I want
here.
him in one piece for next week, please. Someone's got to carry my suitcase.
Fair.
And whilst on the subject of behind the scenes thing, if you really want to see how bad it is in here and how messy compared with Joanne's crew, hello! So this is the behind the scenes.
But we're not in a cage.
We look like in a cage.
We are very cozy.
We are very cozy. I know my leg is rubbing at the moment.
I rub it.
Oh, we're going to get pulled by YouTube at this rate.
But I still didn't swear.
I didn't swear. No, I have the button just in
You are
case.
live on YouTube. Please do not swear.
Yes, you are live on YouTube. Please do not. Did anyone watch The Traitors? That was fantastic. Anyway, what are we going to talk about? We have some questions.
Oh, we do.
We have some bowls.
Liz can have the bowl.
We're going to now. These are questions that have cropped up over the past few weeks, which basically we picked them out of our customer service team collection, and it's a case of we'll stick them in and see what answers we can come up with. They're not necessarily directed at Liz. They could be directed at Caz or all of us, depending what they are. But since Liz is the guest, we're going to let Liz choose.
Choose wisely.
Oh, choose wisely. Yes, this could be entertaining.
I'm trying to just pick one out. It's
I'll
like
just get
doing the
the
raffle.
red button there.
It's like B23.
Toothless
No, wait,
E-Stim
that's
Nerd
different.
Smug. And of course, if anyone out there has questions to ask Liz or myself or Caz or anything about E-Stim or anything, like, do you like Liz's hair? She's very proud of her new colouring, and it does, in the studio, it actually looks really nice.
It's pretty.
It's
It's pretty. I like
So
it.
yeah, if you've got any questions, just stick them into the comments, and hopefully I can still see the chat system. It just doesn't come up on the bottom of the screen because something broke.
Someone pressed the button and fiddled.
No, it just broke. Look, see, Mac is black. See, if I switch Mac on, you just get a black screen. I don't know why it doesn't work, and I'm not going to fiddle around with it whilst it's live, because guess what? It's working at the moment. So anyway,
Don't breathe on it.
Don't breathe on it,
If
yes.
it's not broken, don't try fixing
Yes.
it.
And it's not because you
Toothless
have not the
E-Stim.
cable out or anything that's in that connector there.
That's possibly why it is. I'm gonna tempt my fate now.
Bang.
Joanne loves your hair colour.
Thank you.
Bang.
Anyway, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, just.
I'm not gonna fiddle with any more buttons. Anyway, what's the question, Liz?
Ooh, we could all answer this question.
Okay.
And it says, do the eggs feel different to the flanged electrodes? Yes, yes, they do.
So the question is, do the eggs feel different to the flanged electrodes? And you think they do?
I think they do, because with the other things, obviously you've got the connection all the way through, and inside, outside, etc. Whereas obviously with this thing just here, that is internal on its own, so it is a very different sensation because it's more localized in that spot as opposed to feeling it from entrance in.
Which one do you prefer?
Why do I need to choose?
Oh, it was just a question. You don't need to choose. It was just a question.
Which one do you prefer?
Which out of the egg and the flange?
Yeah.
I think I prefer the flange.
No, I prefer the egg.
Well, we do have slightly different anatomy.
Just-
Only slightly. I mean,
I prefer the egg there as well.
fine. But no, I prefer the flange. So let's hug it with that one.
And anyone worried about removing the egg, it is quite safe to pull the cable to take the egg out.
Yeah, it's
There is
about
quite-
16 kilo
there
pull
is-
strength.
There is quite a good resistance on the cable. It won't get
Appreciate
stuck.
But also, I would say, I mean, all right, everything is from a solo or a interactive play point of view. Mm-hmm. But I would, in my opinion, the egg's easier for partner play because it's completely out the way
Yeah.
of anything else. That would be my
Fair enough.
keeping it YouTube friendly language.
The egg internally, there's something
I'm
else.
gonna break the bowl.
The egg internally, there's something else externally. Mmm.
Precisely,
Things that make you go, hmm.
because obviously with the
With the flange.
flared base, the all important
Yeah.
thing, that is then kind of in the way of other
Yeah.
areas that you could be doing things with, whereas the egg is up and tucked away.
And with the flange, if it gets moved into the wrong direction, you suddenly get the, oh yeah, oh,
Ooh,
Yeah.
mate.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Need
yeah.
that.
Oh, no.
Ow.
Okie dokie.
This is why safe words are important.
Moving
Exactly.
on. Next question.
Next one, I'm going to go for this one.
Ooh.
I'm going to choose. Oh,
Yeah, but everybody loves a good cable tie.
this is one for Wayne.
We would use cable ties to keep things together, but we keep taking them home.
There are other uses for cable ties.
Yes, many.
So I've heard.
Yeah. This is one for Wayne.
Oh dear. What is it?
And this is one that's been asked a few times now. And with what we know...
What's the question?
Patience!
What I know what's going on in the background might be unanswerable soon. When is the digital link cable going to become USB-C? Computer says no.
I'm sorry, I'm
When
reading
is the
the
digital link
comments.
cable going to become USB-C?
I can't think of comments.
The cable, as it stands, there is no plans to. One of the
don't
reasons
die.
is Please don't die, yes. Especially not on camera. YouTube might can it.
Sorry, I'll take her off camera.
Sorry.
Anyway, where was it?
USB-C.
USB-C, we don't currently have a USB-C digital link. We don't actually make the cables themselves. We have a manufacturer for those, and they don't currently offer it. And the USB plug on the end at the moment is much more of a universal standard. So if you need it to work on a Mac that's got USB-C, then you just need to get an adapter, etc., etc. But who knows what happens in the future? There are plans, and that is all I'm going to say, because we do not release details of new ideas and new products until we actually have them on the shelf, unlike certain other companies, or certain companies in the US who have boxes that we can't name. You know what I mean. Anyway, moving on. So yes, currently no plans for the current cable because it's more universal, but who knows what happens in the future.
Would you like to fish the next one?
Oh, I get to put my hand in the bowl.
I hope you use lube.
Okie dokie, ladies. The question is, for Liz, first, what's your favourite electrode? She's going to say the decimator.
No, that's yours.
For beating you around the head with, maybe.
Go home now then.
No, you're trapped.
That's true.
You're in the naughty seat.
But again, that's like my comment of, why choose? But I don't know.
Is it a case of it depends?
It does. I confess, I am very fond of this because I think
Because. That's all you need to say.
because reasons. And I'm trying to be helpful here. I think what I'm kind of sort of getting keen on, as it were, or that I like more, is when that sensation is internal or external, not both. So with that one, it is kind of in, and I'm not going to lie, the way that the current makes the muscles go, mine, and put it where it needs to be, there is no effort on my part by that point. Whereas the things with the more flanged items, it's a little different. But then, as I said, things like the egg have a lot more varied uses for, and I've spent a lot of time getting to know my new friends one-on-one, as it were, and getting my favorites that way, whereas eventually, using them more with other people, it'll be a different story, and maybe my favorites will change. But at the moment, I would say I'm very fond of this darling thing here, and I am very fond of the egg now, and I just love this.
Hello, Urban Astronomy.
I just love this too.
So, Caz, what's your favourite?
Oh,
And bear in mind, we've created, I don't know how many different types of electrode. And I think you've tried virtually everything, apart from the decimator.
no, you tried that one.
No, I have not tried the decimator. It's a bit big for me. What's your favourite?
What's my favourite? I quite like the wand. Because, as Liz said, it sort of just nestles in just quite nicely and gives the right sensations and just hits
Stays put.
Stays put, and if you want a bit more fun, you've got the handle just in case you want to give it a bit more of a tweak. So yeah, I do like...
Shove it in.
I do like the bipolar wand. I very much like the eggs. Again, because once they're in, generally, they will stay in place. And then I'm going to be biased and say the Mona because that's one of the ones I helped design, and the bubble. So
Well, the bobble was your design, wasn't
The bobble was my design.
I do
Yeah.
like the bobble as well.
That was my
You're
design.
just asking my favourites, but I do like the bobble as well.
Because I
That's
wanted
pleasant.
something that had more internal rather than just a little bit internal and external. So maybe that's why I like the ones as well, because you've got that slightly more internal sensation. And again, with the eggs, it's more internal. I find external stimulation is very sensitive, and as we've mentioned, if it gets moved even in the tiniest little thing, it can go from being very nice to being very ouch.
Yeah.
So yeah. What's yours?
Just put a song in my head. Thanks for that. What's yours?
What's yours?
What's yours?
I think probably, for insertable, probably the flange. But I think actually the whisker's quite an interesting one that is quite enjoyable. What are you looking at me like that for?
It's not what you said the other night.
Mommy and Daddy are fighting.
Yeah, I can't
Computer said no.
Computer says no. The whisker's one that tends to be very central on the skin. And for me, again, a bit like Lisa mentioned earlier, it does depend on the situation. It depends on what I feel like, how we're playing. I mean, sometimes sticky pads are perfect because you can direct the current right at that point. They're simple to use. You can move around. They don't fall off. You're not dropping things.
Don't stick
So
them to the
possibly
cat.
even sticky pads.
The one thing is worth remembering though is like everything, what feels nice one day, the next day is like, no, don't like that one today.
Yeah.
Because of how the body changes.
Yeah, I mean, people forget that E-Stim is something that evolves, and it evolves with you and how you play and with your partner, and what works for one person is not necessarily going to work with another. I mean, so many times I see people doing well, what's the best settings? And the answer is there are no best settings. The best settings are the ones that work for you. So start at 0, start to turn them up. When you hit that point where you go, oh, actually, I quite like this, stay there. Keep playing with it. Don't sit there going, well, Fred Bloggs or Mistress Smith or whatever said, oh, you have to do it at 40% or level 9 is the perfect one, and you have to use a flange and stick 2 cocktail sticks in whatever. We get the weirdest ones.
The one that is very common is, from a female perspective, what would you recommend is an ideal beginner kit? Well, the ideal beginner kit for me would be a helix and an egg, and just let your partner experiment.
Yeah,
Let-
Corinne, sorry. I'm just
Let
gonna,
them decide what they like, and then let them tell you what they like.
yeah.
Don't let your partner take control of the box straight away, because you'll be going from yep to whoa, I'm on the ceiling, because they want to turn the power up to see how high they can make you jump.
True, but also depending on which setting you're on. That's the thing. You can't. It's not just like, oh, I think 40% is great for everything, because it's not. So if you're on one of the consistent ones, then that might be. But then on some of the others, like Tease, Torment, etc., where it moves around, you might want to have it on 50 or 60 or something.
Yeah.
So that
The
is
modes
why
are
they're
different. The boxes are
fabulously
different.
versatile.
And I do
People are
like,
different.
and I do like audio.
Yes, Kaz does have a sweet spot for audio. And I think you've
yes.
discovered audio as well.
I
Yes.
love
And
the
whilst on
audio
the subject
set
of
and
audio,
tone.
Kren, yes, I think we worked out that the sound levels for the special effects are slightly out. One of the problems is we don't hear the levels here. I just see an up and down bar graph. And I actually need to run some tests so we try and get everything at the right level. So I will get that done for the next one. And at the moment, I just won't use it as much. So anyway,
I'm
shall
just
we
trying to-
delve into another...
No, okay. Oh, it's my turn.
Your turn.
Roy Hat. Amazing how getting lots of different toys still ends up using rubber loops from a male point of view. Yeah, for me, Roy, it's like sticky pads. Lots of toys, and sometimes it just comes down to where's the sticky pad and the helix. As opposed to, yeah, let's get the 2B out and load everything up and put the latest firmware on. And sometimes you just want something simple that works.
Sometimes-
And rubber loops do.
Less sometimes is more.
Dave Roberts enjoys the Mona and the rubber loops together. Yep. The combinations that are possible just go out the window because there are so many different things to play. There is no perfect solution that covers everyone. The perfect solution is the one that you enjoy and the one that works for you, and it's based on what you have. So you don't have to go and buy every single one of these electrodes. Although if you do wish to, please contact me. We can probably do you a deal if you're going to buy everything. It would be nice. Oh, we've got another
audio
one.
settings. See? No, audio settings. Yep. Love the audio settings. See?
Not the problem, but as well as helpful feedback, I figure we actually need to tell you these things.
Yeah, no, that's brilliant. Thanks, Gwen.
And we can't be talking about spikes all the time. I completely agree,
Why
Cren.
not?
No spikes. In fact, we should ban spikes.
Which is the cuss button? Which is the cuss button?
That one. No, I'm not.
Why the?
And now you bastard their ears because it's.
Don't
Anyway, right. Another question.
We're gonna do it.
Otherwise, we'll be here for 3 hours.
You got your button ready?
Oh no.
I feel like I've walked into an in-joke or a really weird conversation.
What's
Okay.
this?
Oh, can I say that? Please, can I say that?
You can say that.
What is...
Ghost fucking.
Okay.
You didn't push the button.
Should I just go and get bones?
Yay!
Okay.
That's a little different.
Okay, ghost fucking. For those of you who don't know what ghost fucking is, ghost fucking is basically the apparent sensation of being fucked by a ghost when using E-Stim. For some people, it's one of those nirvanas that just doesn't exist. For other people, it's something that occurs with certain electrodes. You can sometimes see it. You can sometimes see an electrode pulsing in and out, which is giving you that thrusting sensation. One of the key things with the electrodes that we design, which tend to be a front to back, top to bottom contact point, is you're more likely to get a ghost fucking sensation. We have seen people who say that they get it with the side to side designs. It's not something that we see that often.
This
that.
This
So basically,
this feels like it's moving when it ain't.
Ghost fucking is the sensation of being fucked by a ghost. It's not guaranteed.
But
if you want to try it, then
that was very to the point. For
experiment.
that was it. No question mark. No nothing. Just that was very succinct.
Michael says it reminds me of Scary Movie 2.
Oh, for God's sake! No, ew.
That's scary.
I'm going to have to watch Scary Movie 2 now just to see.
No, she's up against the wall and going up the ceiling all by herself, and yeah.
Is that the one that takes the mick out of The Exorcist?
And that takes me out of screen.
Okay, because The Exorcist, they did a
Cindy.
bit of that. Anyway.
Ask, I don't know, but yeah, I do remember that scene now.
Yeah, I know that is right. My turn for lucky dip.
And
Children.
the stream is still up, so we haven't been...
Okay,
Picked up
I'm
yet.
going to be the winner.
And it doesn't count because you gave me permission to say it, so I still have not
Ooh.
cussed.
It's one for me and Liz.
Okay.
Pain
baby.
versus pleasure.
That's a sliding scale.
Yep.
Ooh.
I think the question
Would you
is...
prefer best pain or pleasure?
Well, yeah, that's a question. Or is E-Stim painful or pleasurable?
Yes.
Depends on the environment.
But it's
What
a
you're
sliding
doing.
scale because if you're starting out pleasurable, the more turned on you are, the less something hurts.
Yep.
If you jump straight in without, that's ow. And don't get me wrong, I like causing ow, but that's another story.
If you're on the
But,
ceiling straight away, yep.
I mean, yeah, but I like making
I'm just
subs
going to
hurt.
sit
That's
here
a
while these
difference.
two just have a conversation about it.
But you're feeling left out enough to have piped up to say that I'm going to sit there. Just
Well, no, I have to keep
sit
my
in your
audience.
corner.
If we had that button,
I've got a dunce hat. Just corner.
Oh, don't stop it.
if we had the button that we wanted, we could have done the pain versus pleasure. Does that hurt? No. Does it hurt?
Look, if I knew I needed to bring a cane, I would have. All right, well, just next time, corner. Right, but
Okay.
Yes,
to what
miss.
I was trying to say, personally, I like the pleasure and then bring the pain in because the more turned on you are, the less things hurt. And to be fair, the more turned on you are, pain becomes pleasurable anyway. Why the? Oh, for God's sake, at least push your buttons. It's snowing now. But
I think he definitely needs his hands tied together.
I mean, don't get me wrong. When like the sub side of things, I just like causing pain, but that's me. But personally, yes, pleasure and then bring the pain because it's fun then.
Dave says the pain leads to the pleasure.
It's also fun if you've got two boxes because you can have one where it's all like, oh yeah, I'm like that, and then you got the other
Fire.
one. Ow!
Ouch!
I do like the fire button.
Yeah.
That was just entertaining.
There are ways to have pain and pleasure at the same time. Speaking from experience.
But no,
I won't mention
I agree with
sex,
Dave.
social
Pain can lead to pleasure,
Yeah.
and pleasure can lead to pain.
It's a sliding scale. The two are very much hand in hand.
Exactly.
Okay, next question. Do I get to
No,
choose
do we,
one?
are you going to answer this one as well? Because now that we've had a whole...
I'm agreeing.
You're just
Oh, you
agreeing.
disagree.
We're just getting a yes miss out of you.
Pain
alright.
versus pleasure. I think pain is one of those things that is very subjective. And then you sort of get in. For me, it's a case of you get into that subspace area of being able to control the pain mentally, and then start to look at directing it into other areas to try and drive that sensation. Because pain is sensation at the end of the day. It's just extreme sensation. Always got to find out what pain to pleasure scale your partner is on. It's a nice learning curve. Yep, I completely agree. I mean, if you're playing with somebody else, then generally you always want to start with the pleasure side of things, because
Feedback.
you don't know where their tolerance is in terms of that. Where is it going from pain to pleasure? You might think you do, but until you actually try it with that box, with that electrode set up, with that person, with that situation, you don't know. So it is a case of try it and build up, but also make sure you've tried it on yourself, so you at least have some idea what you're going to feel or what they feel.
And certainly, yeah, no, I agree with that. And learning curve, but it's also, it's about the journey,
Yes.
not just like 0 to 60. If you're playing with, and especially if you're planning on playing with somebody, you know, more than once. Journey, not destination.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure there's a few people out there that would agree that pain and pleasure is very much a learning curve. And also, again, what worked one day in terms of pain and pleasure, the next day might not be the same because people's bodies change.
Yeah.
There are also some strange people out there
It's all
who
about
can't
give
go
and-
anywhere near pain.
All
I
about- all
don't
about
understand
give
those
and
people.
take.
Your turn.
Ooh. Just getting excited now.
Ooh. I was under the impression that internal E-Stim, it says E-Stimuli, I was under the impression that using internal E-Stim was a big no-no. Yeah, when this actually came up, we were like, what? Considering for the last 21 or so years, that's what we've been doing. And I think it's possibly come from some confusion over the Violet Wand side and E-Stim. Now, Violet Wand uses high voltage, very low current,
And
tend
glass.
to be glass electrodes, which tend to be very visual. So lots of violet-y, sparky things, and that's why it's called the Violet Wand. If you're going to do not use those internally, they're glass. If you're going to use something like that internally, you're sticking a glass thin tube inside of somebody. If it breaks, there's going to be an issue. I
It's
would
gonna hurt.
strongly recommend you don't do that. People do, and it's their choice, but it's not something I would recommend. And yes, I've got two of them cringing, and yeah, I'm cringing at that idea. So I don't think I would consider using Violet Wands internally. But I'm not a Violet Wand expert. I just have an opinion on them.
Oh, I like them, but no, you won't be sticking that somewhere.
Liz, did you get to try the audio side of E-Stim yet? If so, how did you like it?
Clean up aisle
Somebody
3.
didn't watch my second interview, did they?
Clean up aisle 3.
Oh, big time.
That's true, Roy. You need to go and watch the Liz the Return. There's a rather long discussion about Liz and audio sources.
Liz absolutely adored the audio setting. In multiple ways, actually. I have playlists of music that work really, really, really wonderfully with the audio setting. And also, having somebody talk at it. So no hands free, but, you know, talking and maybe telling you all the...
I wish to make a complaint. Where's my tea?
all the in-depth things that they would very much love to do to you at that time, but completely hands-free. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. That's much fun.
Sausages.
Sausage.
Popsicle. But yeah, no, and you can, I like the fact that it's sensitive enough that it'll pick up different audio sources. Thanks for
Just
that.
ignore him and his buttons.
I was pushing you. Look.
You're pushing me closer. Okay. The fact that you can have different audio sources, so like you can have music and it will pick that up, but then you can have, if somebody's speaking, it picks that up as well as the music, and then if you happen to be, it picks that up too.
Yeah, spanking with the audio is a very interesting sensation because they get the double zap. They get the pain and the pleasure.
I'm not saying anything about that.
And the tagline that we did come up with for the A-Box is music's never felt so good. And boy, is that a good tagline. That describes it, definitely.
And that's the key thing with all of our audio products, that people constantly go on about stereo stimming and then complain that 2B's no good at stereo stimming. It's really simple, guys. The 2B, the A-Box, the Electro Pebble, the remote, all of them are designed to use audio in the same way that you listen to audio. You're not going to listen to a stereo stim track. It sounds like a 1980s modem screeching at you. I want to listen to metal or classical or Moulin Rouge and feel that emotion from the music and feel it orally, but also feel it physically. And that's what audio play does in our units. It's not just sitting there going, or whatever the screechy tones are. And I spend half my life trying to explain to people, if you want stereo stim, go and buy yourself a stereo stim box. Oh, you can't, because nobody really produces them. Yes, the 312, you can do stereo through that, and most people use that as the sort of the gold standard for audio. But put normal music through it, it's atrociously bad. And I play multi-dimensionally. I want to be in the right atmosphere. I want to be with the right person. I want to be in the right temperature of the room. I want to feel these things. I want to hear them and smell them and taste them. It's that multi-dimensional sensation. It's not just, I press the button, I've come. Oh, that's it, fine. I'll go and watch the news on the telly then.
It's your husband.
It's actually weird though, when you're in the local shopping mall and you're walking around.
What's a shopping mall?
You're in your local shopping centre and you're walking around and there's
You're not
music.
spending too much time with me.
Yeah. and you go into the shopping centre and there's music playing and suddenly you start giggling to yourself because you remember how that music tune felt. But it's also another fun way of playing Name That Tune as well.
Yes. And Moulin Rouge was one of them.
Yeah.
It starts off really, it's about 7.5 minutes long. It starts off really slowly and quite quietly, and you can get a really hard spanking workout from it. Random Apple, glad caught you guys stream. Question that I had on my mind is, why hasn't the box system, General E-Stim, not innovated that much, considering all the new chips and new electronics available? Good question, and the answer is, to a certain extent, because we don't necessarily need to. If you think about the modern PC still does the same thing that was my PC running DOS 25 years ago did. I use it for processing, I use it for emails. Okay, the graphics have got prettier, it has more storage, but it still cost me £2,000 for a laptop, so why don't things get cheaper? And the answer from our technology is, we're evolving the technology, but we have to look at something that's going to be lasting 10, 15, 20 years. Nobody is using a PC these days that still uses the same chipset from 20 years ago. And that's the problem. If we go for the latest and greatest, even if we look at something modern like a Raspberry Pi, they've changed and upgraded constantly, and it just gets more and more expensive and techy and doesn't actually give you anything when it comes to the basics. We don't need AI-driven, and I'm eulogizing here. We don't need AI in an E-Stim box. We don't need massive amounts of memory to run graphic screens, because why? You just need a number that tells you what level you're running at and a program. So we've gone from simple stuff to advanced, and we're still continuing to do that. But we're never going to be, as a small niche manufacturer, getting into the constant Internet of Things. Let's do the next Bluetooth. Oh, it's now Bluetooth 5, or is it 6, or is it 7, Wi-Fi 9? Because we produced a box. I mean, the 2B's around since 2013.
Yeah.
It's now 2025, and it's still going strong. We still support it.
I got to the comments.
It's all right.
was that?
Somebody in the comments has twigged why I'm giggling. It's fun.
I love the giggle. Why are you giggling?
Read the next line.
Raspberry Pi. It's called a Raspberry Pi. It's a little computer about that big.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Technology.
The techie guys will
technology
know
is
exactly
very
what
amusing.
Raspberry Pis are. But yeah, we don't
sure he's- I don't think he's with
put
me.
technology
I just
into
think warm up or
things.
play a certain film.
Yes, thank you. We don't put technology into things just for
Oh, there we
technology.
go. There we go.
Right.
She's with me now.
She's lost. Yes. We don't put technology into things just for technology's sake. So, but we have some ideas coming up. I think somebody's forgotten this is live as well. Anyway, can we have another question? So, Random Apple, I hope that answers your question.
Plus, also, you're now going to give me nightmares because I don't want AI in my toy. I don't want to be having sex with Skynet. I'm good.
Well, sex with Skynet would be quite interesting, but it suddenly decides that it's going to tell you the colour of paint in your
I
toilet.
don't need that question.
Yeah, but then it loses connection.
Can I pick another one instead now? We don't need that one.
Still confused over audio. Why does it not work with stereo stim tracks? Well, actually, that
We've
question...
answered that.
We've
Put
just
that
answered that one.
If you just go back a little while,
Yeah.
See, if this was recorded, you could have cut that back in
Go-
before
I could
that
have
whole
kept my-
going
conversation.
back to AI, I don't want something that connects to study. That, oh yeah, I'm not waiting for it to come out
Yeah.
now.
Please update now. Oh yeah, I'm just about. Oh yeah,
That's,
baby,
that's the
just
other problem,
something.
isn't it?
Oh,
It's going to,
no,
once you go that way, it's like, hold on, installing updates.
Installing updates. What do you mean installing updates?
This is why
Technology is great, but there is a place for it.
Yeah.
Loved the answer. I'm glad you did because that's the genuine answer.
Oh, I can do. Oh, well, I don't know, because it's a good question, but I don't know how you feel, and you don't know how I feel, so.
Well, I think the answer is yes. Okay, so the question is: do electrodes feel different for men and women? I think the
know-
simple
we know
answer
how
is
they
yes.
Yeah, we know how, but we don't know how he feels with it.
No, that's true. Come on in, spill the beans.
Stampy pants button needed for the ladies.
Come on, spill the beans.
What?
Come on. How do they feel different to you? We know how they feel for us.
No, I think it's a case of I think they feel different because we are different.
What feels better?
That wasn't the question.
What feels better? Does it feel better around the cock or up your bum?
It depends.
Stampy pants button.
He definitely needs a stampy pants button.
I need a Stampy Pants button. Kaz wants a button as well.
So,
I
Is
got
that
some
tab
stampy
there?
boots on.
So, is there a difference between men and women? Yes, there is.
Does E-Stim
Yes.
feel different
Does
for men
E-Stim
to women?
feel different for men to women? Yes, I think it does. And I was once told one of the differences is men tend to be much more external in terms of their sensation. And that's based on the fact that a lot of our genitalia is external. Where women, because a lot of their more interesting genitalia is internal, then it tends to be internal. So there is a difference. And I'm being set up for something.
That's not external, is it? I mean, that ain't.
No, but the penis is external.
Yeah.
And we tend to be cruder. You tend to be more sensual. But
yeah.
I don't know because I've got to...
Then. Yeah. Sorry, were you saying something?
Yes. Can we have another question? I think the simple answer is yes, there is. In the same way that everyone feels E-Stim differently.
You knew this was going to be sort of an interesting live stream having...
Yes, come on, what's another question?
I'm going to keep going now. You invited me.
We did.
You invited me.
Urban Astronomy says different nerve clusters react very differently. Yes, they do.
Oh!
This is one for Liz.
There's a Liz question.
There's a one for Liz. This one's coming for Liz.
Okay.
Somebody wants to know, what don't you like?
Justin Bieber?
What's Justin Bieber done to you?
Nothing, thank God.
Yet.
Never.
Even if he had an E-Stim box.
No,
Nope. Nope.
in the corner.
Nope. I could, yeah.
So
okay.
the only thing that Liz doesn't like in life is Justin Bieber.
Oh, there's a whole bunch of things I don't like in life, but it literally just says, what don't you like? I mean,
Do you like Marmite?
no. Can't stand the stuff.
Good, yeah.
Our cat likes Marmite.
I'm assuming...
I think it's in relation to E-Stim. Have you found anything you don't like in E-Stim?
Kinda. or if anything, it's more something that I like less. So, when I first started, I keep coming back to this. But when I first started playing with this one, I sort of went at it initially like you would with a traditional, more like you would with a vibrator or something, and the whole in-out thing, and I did not. My body said, nope, we don't like the moving zappy, keep the zappy still. And once the zappy was still, that would be where you got the audio clip from about screaming the house down and sorry, not sorry neighbours and all of the,
which is done very
making
well
my throat hurt. Yeah, I saw. You've made a real mine out of those clips, and they do make me laugh. But
yeah, they're fun.
but as I said on that, the follow-up interview was literally by that point, and it was this with the audio setting and all kind of that going on. And once I just left it still, that was where I screamed the house down, and screamed so loud I actually hurt my throat. It was good times. But no, moving it I didn't like. I don't like the moving sensation of the zap. Not internally anyway. I love the things like this across the skin. That's great with skin play, but not internally.
Caz, what don't you like?
I'm the same with Liz. With the electrodes, once they're in, staying in, because even just moving it just that tiny bit can hit a real sensitive spot. And there's also parts that I'm very sensitive down there that I just don't like being zapped on.
I don't like spiky things. Next question.
The next question, this one again is for Liz. Have you tried using triphase yet? Have you given me a triphase?
You have, and I'm trying to remember what on earth I was doing. Yes is the answer. But I can't remember what I was doing. But all the cables have been opened, and I've definitely I have definitely played with everything.
Because you've got a triple, haven't you?
Yeah. That would be why, yes. But then I think I also had a play with pad and something as well.
Yeah.
I think. Actually, it might have been.
Whisker.
Yes, pad, that, yes. I'm back.
Yep.
I remember now.
She's back in the room.
Did you miss me?
Have you got any questions on the board?
No, not yet.
Not on the board, okay.
Don't forget, if you've got any questions, please stick them in the chat, and hopefully we'll
You're
see
just
them.
doing all of them now.
We keep it clean.
No.
Can I have a discount?
No.
No. We've just had a sale, and unfortunately, if you did miss the sale, I'm sorry, guys, I can't extend prices. No matter how many times you ask and say, I'm a loyal customer, I'm a returning customer, I've got X amount of product in my basket, can I have a discount? The answer simply is no. If you want to have a discount and find out when we're having discounts or promotions, go join our newsletter.
We have a question.
Record as well. Are we wired up to the mains and you've told us? Have we lost the live?
No, we're still on.
Are we still live? Are we still live, guys? Can you still see us?
I mean, we're still on.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Why is the rum gone?
Why is the one coming?
Right, gone.
It's gone.
Yeah, we just had a glitch in the studio and the display disappeared, but everything seems to be, that's gone very quiet.
Beep, 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 beep.
Audio now super quiet. Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2,
Can you
2.
hear
3.
Gone quiet. Audio low, video fine. Yeah, I think we're back in the room. I think because I'm stuck here, there's a power supply here, and I think
He's nudged it.
I nudged it. But we're still here, because the stream says
All right,
we're only on.
thank you, Corinne. There we go.
Yeah,
We're back.
we're all back and clear.
What were you going to say?
Anyway,
on that?
okay. Lenny,
We were
a
there,
solid
yeah.
tear glass blue UV insertable or something along those lines. Coloured insertables is a bit of an issue. Because our insertables are predominantly metal, we could do coloured insulators, and we have done in the past.
We have the red collection.
We have the red collection, that's got a coloured insulator. The problem with colours in terms of polymers, i.e. the insulators, is trying to find them that they're cheap enough. plastics in general are made in two colours, black and white-ish, like nylon-y colours. The minute you start wanting colours that are more interesting, blues, oranges, yellows, that sort of thing, the price goes through the roof. And when I say goes through the roof, it's astronomical. You might be paying, £10 a metre for black, and then you suddenly want pink, and it's £70 a metre. So the plastics are really expensive. In terms of colouring metal, because the metal is the conductor, the only way generally we can colour metal is using a technique which I can't remember what it's called now.
Anodizing.
Anodizing, that's the one. And we could then produce metal that's the colour of Liz's hair. The problem is it doesn't conduct because the surface of the anodized surface is basically sealed with a dye, and it doesn't conduct. We'd actually have to machine into it to make it conduct, which means you end up with an electrode which is just coloured with silver bits on, and there's all sorts of issues with that.
A nice coloured paperweight then.
Coloured electrodes, big problem for us, which is why we tend to go for the metal colour and something simple like black. I would love to do some pretty colours, but until someone comes up with anodization that actually works. We know our competitors use conductive rubber, and you can do conductive rubber in all sorts of colours, but the problem is it's conductive rubber. It's not that massively durable, it's silicon base, it will stick to other things. There's all sorts of negatives on conductive rubber, which is why we don't do it. You can't do a lifetime guarantee on a conductive rubber electrode. You can do a lifetime guarantee on our electrodes, which is what we do. So it's that's why we do colours at that time. And we've got another question.
I was going to say, if you get to the point where you can do iodinium coloured stuff, I'll redo my whole range, because, that would be lovely.
Well, I mean, we could look at, if we produce electrodes in titanium, you can colour titanium. It just becomes really, really expensive. Titanium's not a cheap material.
There is one company
Cren's
that
got
does...
a question for you too up there.
Cren's got it. Sorry, Caz?
There is one company that does coloured electrodes, but basically they have the main shape of the electrode coloured, but then the conducts are still black. Because they have red and black.
I don't know what she's talking about.
A certain company...
Yeah, we've just spoken about those.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, serious question.
This bit anodised then. How's that?
Okay, serious question.
A serious question. At a gross high level, what are the main differences between an average TENS machine and a dedicated stim box? I know what you mean. What's the difference between TENS and E-Stim? Basically, TENS tends to be much narrow in terms of the range that it's operating at, and because it's designed as a medical device, you tend to find that everything's orientated around that. So the boxes will talk about treatments. They might have timers that only run for 30 minutes, and they run at quite a narrow spectrum of sensation. E-Stim takes that concept, because at the end of the day, they're both boxes producing electrical signals that you'll feel. The difference is E-Stim takes that range and expands it way beyond the therapeutic area and way into the sensation-driven area. So basically, an E-Stim box, whether it's ours, whether it's our competitors, they tend to work at wider ranges. So you get a wider range of sensation. Yes, there's a little bit of crossover, and if I'm going to be honest, if you've never tried E-Stim, try a TENS box, because a TENS box will be cheaper generally. You can buy a TENS box for like $20 from somewhere. You will very soon find out that there's a lot missing from it which E-Stim can offer, but it gives you an idea what the sensation is, and you haven't spent large sums of money. The minute you start to get into E-Stim itself, you suddenly realise how much the difference is, and they're orders of magnitude. They just get more and more. There's more options to play, there's more options to set things up. There's potentially more channels, there's audio. You'll never see a TENS unit doing audio. You'll never see a TENS unit doing motion sensor. You'll never see a TENS unit with a fire button.
Okay.
Mistress...
Oh, no, I'm laughing at the one above it, actually.
It's like a Snap-on deal.
The Snap-on advertised that they do a lifetime guarantee on their stuff, but they do it on about 3 things, not the whole array. That would be why.
No, we do slightly more than Snap-on deal. We do lifetime guarantee. We offer a lifetime guarantee on all of our power boxes and all of our insertable electrodes. It's that simple. All you've got to do is if they fail, they've got to come back to us so we can investigate why they failed. And sometimes we will ask you for proof of purchase. And generally, we'll ask you for proof of purchase. So keep your proof of purchase. I mean, you've bought something that's going to last you a lot longer than most of your toys. So stick the receipt in a box somewhere and keep it. So anyway,
I love the next one.
Mistress Classy Business. I
Hey,
take it
baby.
you know this.
I like that name.
Hey, baby.
So pleased that letting Liz loose on my male subs for her first E-Stim video Violet Wand Adventures has led to this. More fun for the female. So I'll just go now then. I'll just hide.
So, you know when we mentioned before about, doms and subs and double doming occasionally?
Yes.
That's my very dear mistress friend who did. Yeah, she was the first to let me loose with a violet wand. I enjoyed it. I can't say quite so much for
Subject.
for the subject on the table,
I'm saying
but
nothing.
Anyway, let's go.
it was. We had a lot of fun. We've had a lot of fun since. So
Yeah.
it's nice to hear from you.
Hello.
Hello.
You have another question? We have more
We
questions.
do. What's your favourite mode?
What's my favourite mode?
Wave.
Pipe down,
I
madam.
think probably milk. I just like the way it feels like some. Yeah.
Sounds like his namesake, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mate, you, what's your favourite?
My favourite is Wave on Triphase. So the sticky pad on my PBS, head of electrode vaginally, head of electrode anally. It feels like the water is rushing over.
Oh, interesting. I'm going to take this up a level now, though.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favourite to use on somebody else?
Fire.
I knew fire was going to turn up at some
Or
point.
audio, especially if we're out somewhere and it's loud and noisy.
Audio. I must admit, audio is one of those that's like, yeah, it can in the right situation. Audio can just. You can just switch on audio and that's it. You don't need anything else, just audio. And then she goes and presses the fire button and it's...
Either that or motion, trying to get somebody to stay still. Or when you get bored of waiting for them to move, you just press the button on the remote and they move. And it sets the motion sensor off. So they move again and it sets the motion sensor off. And then they try their best to stay still, so you press the fire button again. That's great
I'm
fun.
saying nothing to that one.
I'm picturing it like, the thing with the when you're trying to get the...
Da, 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 da.
Okay. Another question?
Okay, another question. Right, we've got one.
We've
three left,
got
so
like
we've
3 questions and we've got way over the hour, so we're doing well.
One,
Don't forget, if anyone else has any
two,
questions, please
three.
fire away.
Right. Liz, you can go first.
It gotta be more...
Oh dear.
gotta be more specific than that. Assumptions that men make. Oh, the audacity.
I can't really answer that one, can I?
Do you like it? Does it feel nice?
Is
How's
it
it
in
feel
yet?
like?
wait. I got one. Did you come?
No. Have you come yet?
I'm sure if I twist this enough, I can get Radio 3.
What do you mean? It's got 2 knobs.
I'm saying nothing here.
High level, low level, high level, low level. Tweak. Sorry.
Exactly that.
Which was?
That's just, so many assumptions rubbing the leg. Yeah, let's just rub that crease against your thigh. Did you come?
I don't know, that's my leg.
No, but I'd like you to leave.
No, but that was my leg.
Do you take cash or card? Do you take PayPal? Unfortunately, at this point, Caz has completely lost it.
Okay.
She lost it at Raspberry Pi and she's still not really come back.
No.
You've got 2 of them in the house as well.
I'm back in the room.
Anyway, don't forget, if you've got any questions, please stick them in the chat below. We could be here for a while.
Okay. Why do sticky pads not stick to latex?
I saw this one come up actually. Why do sticky pads not stick to latex? Okay. This is actually a related question that we have had in the past. Car payments are accepted too. One of the things that we've been asked in the past has been, why can't I use a condom with an electrode? And sticky pads and latex are quite similar. Basically, a condom, which tends to be made of latex,
It's
or
also lubricated.
well, it's not that. It's the fact they're rubber and they don't conduct.
No, that too.
So if you stick it over an electrode, then it's not going to conduct. And sticky pads will not stick to latex because latex isn't going to conduct the electricity. So one, they won't conduct. I mean, they might stick to latex unless you've covered it in lube, but it would be completely and utterly pointless.
Yeah, but
The question is about sticking, and I don't really think it would, because latex is a very slippy surface in the first
Exactly,
place,
especially-
and because it's stretchy.
stretchy, shiny.
The sticky pads are quite sticky.
But even then,
Yeah.
I mean, with the
answer
stretch
is,
of the latex, it's
it
not a
depends
good
what you have on
plan.
the latex, but sticking a sticky pad to latex would not work in terms of the E-Stim because you're not going to feel anything.
Yeah.
It's really simple, so don't.
Yeah.
I've got.
I'm still stuck with assumptions. That was fun.
You're still stuck on. Is this the last question?
Yeah.
It's the last one in the bowl.
Last one in the bowl. Why does E-Stim
Yes, yes,
no refunds?
yes, ma'am.
If you're actually watching the chat, it's just popped up from Mr. Classy Business. No refunds.
Card payments accepted
Card
with a
payments.
transaction fee.
With the
None of this friends and family
Yeah.
crap.
Yes.
Goods and services only.
So the question I've been asked is, why does Connect need a PC? Because I couldn't get a Raspberry Pi inside. Why does E-Stim Connect need a PC? Because that's the way. I've just lost this completely.
They
That's
don't tend
the
to
way.
stay inside for long anyway.
I apologise for the way this live stream has gone. I might have to cut the end part out for the archive version. Basically, E-Stim Connect needs a PC because the PC is the bit that does the connection to the internet. It has a lot more levels of protection. It gives you a lot more control in terms of security. We're not going to stick a PC or web browser inside a box for then 5 minutes later for someone to hack it and all sorts of interesting nasties happen. So we give you that control. Yes, you need to plug a PC in. Then you have control over how it's actually talking to the outside world and whatever protections you wish to put on. Who knows what happens in the future? You never know. We might stick a Raspberry Pi inside it.
I want to ask you the next one actually, but so
Have you had any
That-
reviews
that-
of the Decimator?
see now you just got to. I said I want to ask him that. What was the point?
You can ask me that.
Well, it's too late. You read it now.
No, but we have been
Because
sent-
I do have a. I mean, okay.
Do you want to see the
I
picture?
try very hard not to yuck anybody else's yum, and this does scare me, personally, mostly because my dog weighs less than this. Let alone the. I mean, this terrifies me. But I'm curious.
Has anyone? So the question is, have we had any reviews of the Decimator? I must admit, I'd have to go and look on the website to see.
but we have been sent photos of
I
one in
do,
use.
in my possession, have a set of photos of the Decimator in use.
And once you see
And there
you
was a
can't-
large tub of Crisco, which I don't,
Oh, my
I don't
Lord.
recommend. Crisco's not one of those products that I would suggest be used as a lubricant. But yeah, I've seen pictures. It's
For the
not
for the British users, that would be like using a pack of lard.
Yeah.
most British
I'm not-
users in this area would don't actually know what Crisco is.
Well, you never
Yeah,
know.
'cause you can
Just,
buy it.
just
There
in
are-
case.
You can buy it. In
They were
some
male.
shops.
Yes, they were most definitely male, Dave.
Yes.
But it's for some people, it's a very private thing. Do you wish to admit that you're going to put something the size of World War II artillery shell in there? Well, that's up to you.
See, I know what this looks like to me, but I'm trying not to
What's it look
name
like to you?
brands. Well, if it was black
Yeah.
and it had an eye just here and the open bit with the little white teeth, and there was like
Sure.
a little fat Italian plumber running this way.
Mario Brothers type.
Jump, star, jump, cry.
That's what that makes me think of. And I figure
Dave Roberts, ouch. Big ouch.
You gotta have enough of a sense of humour to have named it what y'all named it, so...
Well, the
Not as
story
much
behind
as
it.
Spikes.
Do you want to know the story behind it?
Yes, I
You
do.
understand. So the story behind the Decimator is we actually produced
The
this.
OMG.
This. You
But-
finished your drink.
Yeah, the rum is gone.
Yes. This is the OMG.
That's
which stands for
perfectly
Oh My God.
reasonable comparatively.
And at the time when we first started, that was almost the size of the lathe that we had. You couldn't go much bigger than that. And we decided, like a lot of companies, we wanted to produce a really big thing that we could show. We
Go
weren't
big or go
expecting
home,
to
yeah.
people buy it. And we produced the OMG, and people kept buying it and keep buying it, and still it's quite a popular electrode. So we had to come up with an idea that was
Who's trashing the
chaos.
studio?
was the Decimator, which was, let's make something really big. And we brought this out. We had it at a show, and the gentleman came up and said, how much? And I was like, I can't remember. I don't know.
350 quid or something.
So I just gave him a figure. And he turned around and said, I'll have one. And we're like, oh, okay. Because we didn't expect to actually produce these. This was a display piece originally. And people bought it and people keep buying it. So it's one of those, yeah, let's just keep selling them. Are we going to produce anything bigger? We could.
We had this conversation, didn't we? We did have this conversation
which is
recently.
in the box down there.
And that was big. That was. It would depend on the because the shipping, because this is already
that
4 kilos. Obviously.
3.5.
3.6.
3.6 kilos for this charming
It's a
desktop
beast.
ornament.
We actually took it out into the car park to do a photo shoot with it because it was like, oh,
Yeah.
the car park's not great. There's craters and things, and we put it in the
pothole.
The pothole. Took a picture of it. Someone came up and was like, "Oh, so you're the one who creates all the potholes?" It was like, "Yeah, we just dropped it." We have a question. Urban Astronomy. One of my favourite setups involves a mono probe internally set and the second probe connecting to a copper plate on the floor. I stand on the plate with 1 foot and my fingers become a second contact. Ooh. Fingers and contacts is actually a really nice game to play. The main thing is just avoid the current path going across your chest, which hopefully you know that. But we've played before where we stick a sticky pad on the back of the hand, bit of gel, and then...
I like that.
it can be quite effective.
It can. I do. I like that.
You certainly like that when I put sticky pads.
Oh, yeah. The problem actually I find is when you let go. Because the contact, as you let go, the contact reduces, which means the current density increases. And it's like, ah! Ouch.
Pleasure becomes pain.
Yes, the pleasure and the pain element. Anyway, do we have any questions from the floor? Well, we're still going, and there's still 23 mad people out there talking to us or watching us doing completely mad things. Thank you so much for joining us on this live stream. It's been a blast, even though I've managed to knock the power supply twice. But
And
we're
you
still
messed up the Mac.
I messed up. Oh, the Mac's back, actually.
And the display.
And you knocked stuff down.
Oh, yeah. Don't knock stuff. Strange that I get the blame for everything.
You literally knocked it. It's on camera.
Okay.
It certainly
That's
wasn't
all I can
me.
say.
It was
I'm in
not
the
me.
corner.
But mad is good. We like mad. Dude, who said we're mad? I'm not mad. I'm just drawn that way.
Really to angels, really.
No, that's bad, baby.
I'm
That's
not
bad.
bad.
I'm not bad. I'm drawn that way.
I'm just
We're all
drawn that
mad
way.
here.
My Mac's just gone to sleep now. Well, the
Well, that
Mac
was rude.
display's now working. Oh, great. So the chat system probably comes back up in a minute.
Typical.
Anyway, we loved it. Another fantastic stream. Liz, you are a star.
Oh, thank you.
She is.
Awesome
She's
show,
my babe.
guys. Yeah, Liz has been fantastic. She's Liz. That's all I can say. One of the
I am.
problems we have from E-Stim is people perceive E-Stim as everything is man, everything is male. And I think Liz has helped us demonstrate that that's bunkum. E-Stim is for everyone. As long as you're over 18, of course, for the sake of YouTube.
I mean, yep. Definitely a girl.
Definitely a go.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
Yeah.
E-Stim is for everyone. If you're single, if you're a couple, try it. I mean, it's more goodies for this. Probably. Who knows what we'll come up with off camera.
But no, that was why you asked me along in the first place, was to point out that, you know, girls, it's for girls too.
Yes.
And it really is.
Another amazing stream. Thank you, Rachel.
No.
I mean, yeah, it's been fantastic. And
Thank you, Dave.
thanks
Thank you,
for
Dave.
fun times, Dave. Thank you, Roy. What's with the cat? Oh, he's got spikes again.
Yeah!
Oh, dear.
Spiky,
Just
spiky,
for
zappy,
Roy.
Don't,
no.
don't worry, Roy. We're going to start the spiky, zappy fountain.
Oh, dear. But
We need
fundamentally-
t-shirts.
We do.
Yeah, they
Spiky,
need
spiky,
to-
zappy, zappy. I want that on a shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. But anyway, I'd love to thank
No.
Decimator for
No.
this.
No.
You're going to get into. We're going to speak. We're going to have a words in a minute with you, Mr. E-Stim Toothless Nerd. E-Stim Toothless Nerd. We're going to have words in about
No.
5 minutes.
All
No
I'm-
decimator
all
for
I'm gonna
Liz,
say,
no.
Toothless Nerd, is spikes.
Spikes, yes. Anyway, I'd like to thank everyone who's watching this live stream. You have been amazing. It's so much easier to do live streams like this when people actually listen to us and talk and tell us how bad we are and how rubbish everything is. It's been
How
brilliant.
mad we are.
And I'd like to thank you two for letting me come along, because I've had a great
I'd like
time.
to thank
It's
you
been
for
a
coming
blast
on
having
because
you
it
here
has
again.
been a blast.
You're,
It's been
you're
fun.
my babe.
I love you both so
Love you,
much.
babes.
It's been fun. It's good.
Thank you, Dave. Oh, I'm not going to press the magic Dave button because it'll be too loud because I managed to reset the live stream system. But we are definitely going to get that fixed and reset for next month.
Yeah.
By we, you mean you.
Oh, by me, yes.
And the next one, we're going to have a zappy butt.
A zappy zappy
Yeah.
butt.
Zappy, zappy butt.
I'm worried now.
For
A
button.
zappy zappy butt.
on,
butt.
yeah.
Okay.
And we can do what's
Anyway, next live stream is the last Sunday of the month. Don't forget. Are you coming on the next live stream then? Oh God, this is going to be bad.
Are you coming on?
Am I what now? Will YouTube allow that?
I don't know. We might have to have some time off.
To attend. I
Who
don't
knows?
reckon I can
We'll
do that one.
decide on that one
We will
later.
keep
Maybe.
an eye, you never know.
Maybe. Keep an eye out. Don't forget.
If you want to see me say so, I shall come back.
Don't forget, if you like what we're doing, please
If you've got questions,
subscribe
please.
to us, leave comments. If you've got any questions, please leave them in the comments below. We'll do our best to answer them. Don't forget, you can follow us all over social media. We do a live stream once a month. Joanne's Reviews do a live stream once a week at 5 o'clock on a Saturday, and they do some fantastic E-Stimmy bits and pieces. But they love you. Summer barbecue for both companies with Liz in summer. Oh, we've got some interesting ideas.
I did.
Barbecue, yeah, baby.
Barbecue.
Real barbecue.
Live
Don't forget,
barbecue.
Southern girl here. Real barbecue.
Liz also wants us to go live on TikTok, so
I think that could be fun.
we might try some experiments of doing not just YouTube, but we'll also look at Facebook and TikTok. So it could be entertaining. Barbecue, woohoo! Yeah, but you've got to come down for the barbecue, or we'll go up to you for the barbecue. Anyway, we're going to sign
You
off
had
now.
me at barbecue, baby.
Yeah, barbecue baby. We're not barbecuing babies for the sake of YouTube. We do not barbecue babies. We do not condone barbecuing babies. Barbecuing babies is bad.
Can we have naked chefs?
I'm saying nothing. Anyway,
Remotes.
Yep.
thank you everyone.
Zappy, zappy.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And goodbye. Now I have to try and press a button. The problem is I don't know which button I'm pressing, so I'm going to hit end stream.
Bye, bye,
So bye. Keep saying bye because it hasn't finished yet.
Bye.